Okay, so this video is about writing and solving systems of linear equations. The equations are going to be in standard form. At Adam's Taco Shop, you can get an order of chips and 2 tacos for $9.65. The cost of 2 orders of chips and 5 tacos is $22.95. What is the cost of an order of chips and the cost of a taco? So whenever you are trying to write a system of linear equations, or really write an equation in general, the first thing you want to do is define the variables, meaning say what the variables represent. So you can choose anything. We're going to choose x and y for our variables. So x is going to be represented by the cost of an order of chips. And usually you can see here in the question the unknown, whatever it's asking for, that's going to be one or both of your variables. Also, just think about what is the thing that is unknown, right? We know the totals, but we don't know the cost of the taco. We don't know the cost of the chip. So we'll say this is going to represent the cost of an order of chips, and you want to be really specific. And y is going to represent the cost of a taco. So that's our first step. We'll put a little number 1 here to go with that number 1 over there. So the second thing to do is to write the equations. So here we want to use standard form when the 2 variables need to be added or subtracted to equal some given value or total. So we can see that you're adding the cost of the chips and the cost of the tacos to get $9.65. And then you're adding again the cost of some number of chips and some number of tacos to get another total amount. So this is a good use of standard form. So we have 1 order of chips, so we'll represent that with x, or 1x. And we have 2 tacos, so we can see cost of a taco is y. So if we have 2 of them, that's going to be 2 times y, or 2y. And that adds up to $9.65. Now, as a system of equations, there are 2 equations here, so we have to write another equation. So we have some more information here. The cost of 2 orders of chips. We said that chips are x, so the cost of 2 orders of chips will represent with 2x, or 2 times x. And 5 tacos would be 5y, cost of 5 tacos, so 5 times the cost of 1 taco. And that would add up to $22.95. So then we have the system of equations. So that was 2, writing the equations. Now let's solve them. Probably elimination makes the most sense because we have both in standard form. So I can see that the x's are not going to cancel if I add these together. The y's are not going to cancel, so I need to change one of the equations. So I'm going to move this down a little bit, and I'm going to rewrite those equations again. So just so we have a clean place to work here. And this one is 2x plus 5y equals $22.95. Now, I'm just going to make a choice here to cancel the x's. So that means that if I was to multiply both sides of the equation, or all the terms, by negative 2, I can see that negative 2 times x would be negative 2x, which would cancel with this 2x. So that's what I'm going to do. Remember to multiply all the terms. So multiplying negative 2 times x becomes negative 2x. And negative 2 times 2y becomes negative 4y. And then negative 2 times 965. We'll go over on the side here and do that calculation. So this is 19. I'm going to leave it 0.30 because we're using money. And so now we can see that I have 2 linear equations in standard form, but here the 2x and the negative 2x are additive inverses. They're going to cancel out. So I'm going to add the two equations together. So 2x and negative 2x, that's 0. 5y minus 4y is just y. Oh, we made a mistake here. This should have been negative. Make sure you check your signs. Negative times positive is negative. And then we add these two together, or subtract them, in fact. This is 5, 6, and 22 minus 19 is 3. So often we'll have a coefficient here. We would have to divide. If this was 2y, we would divide this, right, to solve for y. But in this case, we've just, by luck, have already solved for y. So now we know that y is 3.65, or $3.65, because remember, y is the cost of a taco. And so remember, the second half of elimination is always to make a substitution back into one of the equations. So I'm going to do that over here. So I'll choose an equation. I'll just choose the first equation. X plus 2y equals $9.65. So this y is coming over here to be substituted. So now I have x plus 2 times $3.65 equals $9.65. So that's going to be x plus, and then we'll do this multiplication. So 365 times 2 is going to be $7.30 equals $9.65. You just subtract $7.30 from both sides. So that's 0. Those are additive inverses. So we just have x equals, and then we just subtract these. Different signs subtract. So $2.35. So there we go. We've got our x, we've got our y. We should write it as a coordinate. This is a system of equations. And a really important part when you're solving, after you've written a system of equations, if you're solving for a particular thing where these x's represent specific things, it's really important to answer the question. So if we go back to the original question, it says, what is the cost of an order of chips and the cost of an order of tacos? So we should state that at the end. So we'll say the cost of an order, of chips is, the order of chips was X, so is $2.35. And move this down a little bit more. The cost of a taco is $3.65. So that's the answer to the question, and we used a system of linear equations to find it. So that's writing a system of linear equations and solving it using elimination, and both our equations were written in standard form.